Okay, now we're back to the brioche. I've just turned out the dough. If you're in a kitchen with a blast chiller, or you've got a little bit more time in your hands, you can put this into the fridge for an hour or so. Obviously the butters will start to solidify in this rich dough, and then you can shape your brioche into ball shapes, and then let it prove again. Come on, we're going to do that anyway, but we're going to do it whilst it's still quite warm for it proving. Just going to dust that with a touch of flour on top. Just going to cut this in two. Then what I'm going to do then is look at making each half into 6 balls, which we're going to go into the bread tin then. So it's going to real a thing by eye here, really looking at getting 3 even weights, and then cut them in half. Obviously we can do this on the scale. I'm just doing this by eye, but you could scale this off and then divide it. But again, when we shape these into balls, we can have a quick look. So it's quite soft, this dough, so it's really going to be a question of me shaping this one in my hands. And I'm going to then tuck underneath, form that shape. So gently in my hands, and then tucking back underneath again. Very rich dough, a lot of butter, sugar, the eggs. Then I'm going to lay these into the tin. One by one to here. So I'll put 6 into each. The first 6. So I'm going to repeat the same process with the other half of the dough. Again, just having a look to see if we need to pinch a bit off one onto the other. And again, just going to tuck those underneath. The tin. Tin's been greased already, and I've lined it with a little bit of baking paper. You can line the ends as well if you want to, but I've just done down the main section down the middle. Just carefully dropping in the brioche into there. So we'll look at this to prove up nicely. So probably going to go about halfway up the tin, and these balls are going to immerse together, but we'll still see the shape of them on the top. So tucking these under, drop them in the tin. 2 tins. Our lovely egg wash that we made earlier on. Brushing the tops. Don't really matter if we don't go down the sides, but I want to egg wash them now so that as it starts to prove and come up, it's the egg wash on there. What you don't want to do is put your egg wash onto the bread later on, and it's proved up nicely, because that will then make it shrink back. So it'll be good to have a look at these. Yeah, quite rustic. I've not got total perfection in size and weight, which like I say, we could have weighed off the dough and divided it into exact amounts of 90 grams, for example. the nice rustic mix there. So these are going to go to proof, put them near the hot lamps again, not underneath, just nice and warm. Probably about 30 minutes or so and watch them double in size.